Okay, so now here's another one where a kid, black youth, under attack again, kid put in handcuffs for drinking free milk.
His next story, drinking milk while black. This after a Virginia middle school student, Ryan Turk, was put in handcuffs for allegedly stealing a 65-cent carton of milk. It was a normal school lunch period at Graham Park Middle School in Prince William County, Virginia, when the 8th grader stood in line to get his food. He sat down to eat, then realized he forgot his milk. Turk, a participant of the free lunch program, went back to get it. Soon after taking the milk from the counter, a school police officer grabbed Turk, accused him of stealing the milk. Turk was put in handcuffs, sent to the principal's office, and searched for drugs. School officials suspended him for theft, being disrespectful, and using his cell phone. A spokesman for Prince William County School System issued the following statement. The need for disciplinary action is determined by how a student behaves throughout any given incident. An appeals process is in place to ensure the fairness of any disciplinary action. Turk was not only suspended from school, but also charged with larceny. Joining us right now is 14-year-old Ryan Turk and his mother, Shamish Turk. For both of you, welcome.
Thank you.
Had you ever been put in handcuffs before?
No.
What was going through your mind when all of a sudden you're in cuffs for milk?
What was going through my mind? I thought that he was going to take me to JDC, offer something that I had got for free.
So they say you're using your cell phone. So what was happening with the cell phone?
That was out of school when I was texting this girl.
So you were texting another student?
Yes.
So they tied that to this?
Yes.
Had you ever been in trouble with the school before?
No.
And so this security guard, is he stationed in the cafeteria next to the counter? I'm just trying to understand what was his role. I mean, where did he all of a sudden come from?
He came from this little room off of this camera. Like, he moved away and he went to go talk to his staff, and I went to go get my milk, and he came back.
So he was watching all this on a camera?
Yes.
Shamish, when you found out, so first of all, did you get a call your son was under arrest? What happened?
What happened was when it took place about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I want to say about 1:05, Ryan?
Yes.
During his lunch period, and I was at work because I work for Prince William County Schools as well.
So you work for the school district?
Yes.
Okay.
And they tried to locate me. They called Freedom High School where I work, and they couldn't get in contact with me. So I was on my way to my second job when someone told me to check my email. So when I checked my emails, it was an email from the principal stating that I need to call the school in reference to my son. So I called the school, and that's when they told me I need to come pick my son up. So I called my second job and told them I was going to be late and I'll be there once I get my son. So when I got to the school, Ryan was in the office, and before she pulled me back in the room where my son was at, the principal had stated, well, Ms. Turk, you need to get your son checked for drugs. I said, why do you say that? I said, because my son doesn't do drugs. She said, because he's very fidgety. He wouldn't respond to none of the questions that was asked of him, and he was just not normal. He wasn't himself.
Okay, if he got arrested for some milk, you probably wouldn't be the calmest person in the room.
Right. I don't think so neither.
We're going to panel here. I mean, Laura, I'll start with you. A carton of milk.
I'm sorry, I'm watching this young man, I'm looking at his mother, and I'm asking myself, what in the world is going on? And what's going on here is what happens across the country. It's that students are being manipulated into thinking that they have no rights when they come inside of a school building. And the reality is, an officer, just because he has an officer with a degree in his back pocket or a school badge on, does not mean that he's entitled to mistreat and go against the lawful standard of having to have a probable cause to stop you, which he didn't seem to have, or even the ability to actually make a lawful arrest. And what happens is young students like yourself are intimidated and threatened because you have an adult who's probably acting very intimidating, threatening towards you, and they take the role of your parent. They took advantage of the situation, and I feel just so frustrated to hear this from you and have your experience, especially hearing your experience working for the school district, having to take 2 jobs, and to trust your child is being taken care of in a school system, and come to find out he's being treated as if he is some dude on the corner doing the wrong thing.
This is also an example to me of, again, the school to prison pipeline, where you put someone in cuffs for a carton of milk.
Right.
You know, this is, as Laura says, something that's happening across the country. Black children are not allowed to be children. Black children are demonized by the system, by
Not given the benefit of the doubt.
and not given the benefit of the doubt. At any given point, it's a 65-cent carton of milk that was his free in the first place. Even if you thought he was stealing it, this is a conversation. This is not handcuffs. Had he been a young blonde child, there would have been a conversation and not cuffing him. And we've got to figure out how we have a national conversation where we stop demonizing young black children.
And the problem I see too is when in the statement that you read earlier, it really gives the school district an out because they said that they are going to judge his punishment based on his conduct during the actual incident, not what caused the incident, but actually during it. So in his case, where he was arrested and then he may have become fidgety because he shouldn't have been arrested, and now he's being punished for that when that wasn't even the original issue.
The cop that way.
Real quick, what's next?
Well, right now, he's out of school. He's been out of school since May 10th. They had an OSMI meeting
He's been
set.
suspended?
Yes, he's been suspended since May 10th.
Over the milk?
He's been suspended since May 10th
The whole month.
over a carton of milk.
Yes.
So he's going to fail a year.
Well, so far he's been getting work from some of the teachers, but not all of the teachers. Some of the teachers are replying back when he sent emails, but then some are not replying back. And then last Thursday and Friday, he was able to go up to the school to take his SOLs, but that's all he was able to do. And he was supposed to have a meeting scheduled June 3rd. But then they changed, well, at first it was scheduled for June 6th, but then they switched it to June 3rd, and that was the OSMI meeting with the superintendents. But now that's been canceled because the assistant principal at Grand Park lied and said that I declined a MDR meeting.
Well, look, we're going to follow up with this as well. Try to keep us abreast of what happens and what's going on. And Ryan, hold your head up high and stay focused, all right?
Okay.
All right. Good to meet you, brother. Good to meet you. Come.
Okay, so for a 65-cent carton of milk, which was legitimately his, he forgot to pick up his milk. He goes back and gets it. You can't tell me that these kids aren't under attack, and that's exactly what the panel said. Because anybody, with just an even keel on this, does any mediocre investigation, what's going on? Oh, I saw this kid stealing milk. Son, were you stealing milk? No, I forgot to get my milk. I went back up there to get it. There's a videotape that basically is going to validate what the student is saying. This whole thing should have been dropped, but for whatever reason, they just decided that they wanted to go to the wall on this kid. And now, how many more cases like this that aren't making it to News One Now or any other mainstream media outlet, and kids are basically just being suspended? And then they want to level the charge that kids are dropping out. Well, hell, they're not making it easier for these kids to try to stay in. In this particular case, if this boy doesn't pass his SOLs, he's going to basically have to repeat this school year. That's a bunch of crap. I mean, and this is just another case of our black youth under attack.